property today. Just want to bring you guys a little bit of an update. Some big things have happened in the last 24 hours. Some things that are in addition to the little trespassing issue we talked about yesterday. I'm waiting for a couple of you guys to hop on and we'll start talking about stuff. Just do a quick kind of walk through the woods, if you would. I think walk through the woods is coined by Hickok 45, so I probably shouldn't do that. We're just going to walk down the trail, road, whatever. We'll wait up to like a minute. We'll get started from there. All right, we got the first person on, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Oops, turned around. So, guys, those of you that have been following our different accounts know that just a couple of days ago, this was piled 4, 5, 6, 7 foot high in some spots with yard waste and debris that people have just been stacking here for years and years. Yeah, I don't know, in the last 24, 36 hours, we've brought a couple loads of dirt in here. We've brought some pipe in here. We've cleared out a lot of these trees that were in the way. And we're working on developing the base for the road to our future home site. Now, as I told you guys, we're going to be timbering this land and really just kind of thinning it out. Don't think clear cut. More or less what we're going to do is kind of open up our forest, get some of these invasive species out, get some of these less desirable species of trees out to be able to manage our forest appropriately. And in doing such, some things have really started to come along and get perspective. Today was a milestone for us. Today, my wife and I drove for the first time on our property. So before we were having to kind of hike in a little bit, but we were able to do that. The team that was out here working today put all this dirt out here, and they built this road up from here. So we have a piece of corrugated pipe that captures this spring here. We're going to clean all this up here to come, but there's a little bit of a spring that trickles down this way. I plan on cleaning it up, getting some leaves off there so we can see how pronounced it is. And we've got it all the way over here on the other side of the road, going up under the road and trickling out into here. Now right now you kind of see it's puddling up because we have some of this dirt and just debris from pushing over some trees right here. But in the future, we're going to open this up and channel it back on into the remainder of the property. This is one of 3 springs that I know that I have here on the property, so I'm pretty excited about that. Something I didn't know that I had initially. The road starts to even out here, and it's really starting to open up. I mean, before it was really one of those situations where you could not see the forest for the trees. So I'm excited about what's to come here. Now, my wife and I are still probably at least 2 years from bringing from building our home here. Probably at least a year and a half. That's sort of pushing it to build a house here. But there are other things that we plan on doing on the property in the interim to go ahead and start taking use of our land. Right now we stay in a subdivision and we don't have room to do anything. So we're kind of starting to develop our master plan for the property and just be able to do stuff like farming and gardening or bonfires, ranges, those different types of things that we want to be able to enjoy our land and maximize it to its fullest potential. I did see, let me turn this around. So, terrible at this. Logging crew cut down one of my trespassing trees. I'll have to charge them for that. Just kidding. It's also kind of amazing what you find back here when you buy land that hadn't been touched in 50 years. God knows what people put back here. This is looks like a fairly new washing machine, so I don't imagine it's been sitting here for 40 years, nothing like that. But it's came up in here, and I don't know what that is. It looks like the hood of a car. I'll have to grab a shovel and dig that out and see what that is at a later date. There's some type of chromed emblem on the front of it, but I'm not quite certain what it is. And this here is, if any of you loggers are watching, I'm not quite certain what you call this. This is their laydown yard or whatever. To me, too bad it's too close to these houses, because this would be a awesome 75-yard range I mean, this is perfect. It's flat. Come in here, pack it down a little bit. This is dope. It's even got a little backstop already up right here. I need to put a little bit more dirt there, but it would work. But in all seriousness, they're going to put their machinery in here to process the wood and take it out. You see a couple stacks of wood over here and over there, but I do think that I'm going to try to replicate something like this on the back side of the property where I can do a range at. And again, it's not going to be clear cut. We're just going to take out some of these smaller trees and give these bigger trees a chance to keep getting big and, you know, grow to their full potential. In other news, so I came to you guys yesterday about a little lady that just would not leave the property, and we had a little bit of an interaction today. She didn't like being asked to leave again because I found her on the property today, and we got the court system involved. So I'm just hoping and praying that she decides to move on and continue enjoying life on her property and just leave us alone and let us do what we want to do back here on our property. You just kind of point of buying property, you like buy it to enjoy it type deal. It's a concept that's lost to many, but I mean, I don't know. Because when you go on people's property and you see things like these no trespassing signs here, you would think that that would mean, hey, no trespassing. They don't want us here. We should leave. But for whatever reason, that's not the case. So this evening, I started on putting out a couple of treats for folks, and I hope they don't catch anything but wildlife. But that's my small little bush hog back there, aka old lawnmower. She cuts. So I guess they're you know, smiling for the camera, and I'll get this photo later on. Make sure I pose. But again, I'm not trying to cite anybody or get anybody any fines or community service and that stuff. I just want you to stop coming on my land. Just leave us alone. Let us do what we want to do. I don't want you out here getting hurt. I got some video footage of her from earlier today. She has mobility issues. It's what happens to most of us as we age. Don't want her out here getting hurt. Anyway, folks, thanks for listening to the chat today. I want to hop on a couple other platforms and post some content. I hope you're having a great day. I appreciate the recommendations from you all yesterday in regards to how to handle these situations. It's the first time for me. It was the first time I'd been involved in the legal system. I'm 30. I've never had so much as a speeding ticket. I've never been involved with the law. I don't know how this stuff works. I mean, I knew that I could go to a magistrate's office, but a little bit odd for me. You know, I've never been in this realm. I've been close to it, worked around it, but never in this realm. Anyway, I'm hopping off here. Have a great day. Have a better weekend. We'll see you.